Welcome to the great outdoors. This should be like a about me thing. Now, if you've seen any of my stuff, you'll probably realize that I'm in the woods a lot. That's probably because I have to be. I'm usually outside because of these two. And for what it's worth, I forgot to tell you that my name is Brian, because, when you look for someone who's named You Found Brian, then you just forget to say, your name every time. I drive about an hour out, and then I drive an hour back home. I'm not even in the same state at the moment, but that's just because I have to walk dogs to survive. Period. Otherwise I have no income. My goal in life is to be an animator. I want to make fun cartoons and I want to make cool stuff, just in general. This channel is not my animation channel. I have another animation channel. It's Red Squid Animations or Productions. Red Squid Productions, that's what it is. I forgot the name. That's how frequently I post right now. I am constantly working on my animations, whether it's in my head or making notes or just writing down little jokes that I think would be funny, to just keep my mind in that zone, I have a good 27 cartoons in total. Not all of them are like episodic cartoons, but 4 of them are my main cartoons, and that means I have to keep them preserved until I can do them the way that I want them, because visually speaking, I'm not there, and I probably need a lot more help to finish them. Anything I used to draw or can make art-wise, I can pretty much animate. Before I had to work and walk these two, I used to have a lot more time. I used to have all day. Because I got kind of lucky. I had enough money saved up, and just because I was working nonstop during the pandemic, I decided, why not take a year off? And so I did. During the pandemic, I kind of thought that was my big break, because everyone was kind of just doing nothing and sitting down, so I could sit down and animate. But what happened was I ended up working a lot more. So at this point, I'm basically down to 0 monies, So then I have to do the dog walking, and that's how I got here. And you know what? It's better than a normal job, and so far it pays the bills. Probably won't be forever, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. A couple of things I did during the pandemic. TikTok was just a big thing. I don't know, I thought that was my big break. I didn't put any of my animation stuff up because of how weird TikTok was in the beginning. YouTube, I still started, but it wasn't until like 2022 where I decided I was gonna start using the channel that I had set up for my animation, and that was making a short every day, which got very, very hectic very quickly. I've heard a couple of arguments, when you post, you should post every day. You should post 3 to 5 times every day. Yeah, if you can do that, that's great. But in this case, posting 3 to 5 times a day with animation, unless I built it up, I wouldn't have like a backlog of animation that I could post. So I did do that at one point, and I basically ran out because I had 2 extra weeks of animation, and then I would just animate one thing every day. But then I got COVID, and then that happened, so I ran out of the ability to post. So after COVID, I decided that I wanted to quit my job, and that's when I took a couple months and made sure that I had enough money, and I had enough to take a whole year off, and fast forward, that's how we got to here. For anyone thinking that they want to do that themselves and follow their dreams, it's not impossible. However, it is not easy either. Sweet Jesus, the price of eggs. In the past, I've had a couple Kickstarters. One for my main cartoon, and another for a completely different cartoon that I thought was a really good idea, but the work would be so intensive that I needed help to do it. So I put them up, and probably just wasn't the time, but they just got no traction on the internet, and I was not as good at reaching out to people on the internet and trying to get help. I have 5 seasons of my main cartoon planned out. At least 3 of the secondary cartoon that mixes with that world. The other 2 have evolved into a movie and shorts, but I still consider them main cartoons because of how important they are to the plots and just mingling with one another. Sometimes it feels like I'm pretty much just slowly chipping away at one idea. My first cartoon ever is still the main cartoon, but my first cartoon idea is gonna be 10 this year. So I came up with the idea in 2013, and I think that's pretty much how I feel about it. I feel it's that good of a cartoon that, you know, it's worth working on for 10 years. It will have no more than the 5 seasons I've planned out, and I said done before, but I should have said planned out. I have everything lined up, how things cross over between each show. I even have time travel that isn't time travel. Now, like I said, this isn't even my animation channel. I'm just literally working on this on the side as like, this is a me section. I never really even wanted to have my face on the internet, if I'm gonna be honest, and I don't really need to, but I figured this would be a good spot for me to show like behind the scenes stuff and extras and little things that I don't want to put on the other channels, and I think it gives you a good opportunity to know the person making all of them. Well, for what it's worth, that's pretty much everything that you need to know about me. I mean, I obviously am a human being, and there's plenty that you could learn. Like, I love to dance. Now you know. But there's just, this is it. This is the end of my video, and thanks for watching. And if this passes you by and you're not subscribed, go for it if you feel like it, you want to do it. I'm going to put some links to my animation channel. It is frozen in ice until further notice, but I'm working towards quality rather than quantity at this point, because I think that in the long run that will pay off more than me just pumping out videos. So if you want to follow me and my animation channel, and maybe one day if I throw up a Kickstarter, you want to be a part of it, then go for it. But I'm not Mr. Beast, and if Mr. Beast ever sees me, maybe he'll give me some money and I won't have to worry about animating alone. But I feel like I'm on a good path. So thanks for watching.